Hello and welcome to GoodGood Investing. I'm Rachel Grunn.
And I'm Andrea Cwik.
This week we are going to be kind of peeling back the veil, if you will, and talking about maybe what our biggest learning experience was, our biggest regret in like the form, the terms of real estate, biggest failure, if you believe in that word. I don't know, and I just sprung this question on Andrea like 3 minutes ago, so I don't know if you got it on the fly.
Do you have yours?
I have so many that I can't choose.
Let's just lay it out there.
That's the problem I have. And I also know my family is such an amazing support system that I do have like this net I can fall on if things get tough. So it's not like any failure was fatal, but a few really poor choices.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing was introducing my ex to multifamily because he invested quite a bit of money into a few syndicates like back in 2015, and they did so well. They sold in like 2018 or 2019, but at that point we had broken up and none of that money was mine. So that was very frustrating.
Yeah,
because
that
I
is.
felt like I really helped someone that, I was married to, and then didn't have any access to like the funds he made from the investment, and it did so well. It was like a 3x.
So no spousal support or anything like that?
No, because we didn't have kids together or anything, and I didn't go to court and fight for it. So that's going to cost money, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, oh, this sucks. So that would probably be like up there.
Yeah. But it's not like you could control it.
Nothing I could have done, but it still just stung so bad. It hurt so bad.
Listen, you're just going to get 10x more.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I
gonna
truly believe, listen,
I'm listening.
I truly believe that what is meant for you, no one can take away. And just because you went through something bad, right? Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like God is not going to keep you there. You're not going to miss out on anything. You're going to get 10x, 100x more.
I'm going to receive that, Andrea.
Receive
Heard
it.
it here first, guys. Heard it here first. So that's up there. And then another lesson learned. Oh gosh, I think I actually know. Vet sponsors really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Really well. Like, do your homework, do your due diligence, because I've fallen prey to a few bad apples in my life. So
I agree. I would say do due diligence on the main team that you're going to be investing with for sure. We just wanted to jump into multifamily whenever we heard about multifamily. Was super, super excited. And you know that we're LPs in 1,400 units before we became GPs. And I mean, one of those teams hasn't even really communicated to us. They're consistently negative on their NOI every month. It was an amazing location, but it's just not performing. And there are multiple deals that aren't performing to projections right now. And, that's based on the environment with the interest rates and the loan types that were taken out at that time. I'm praying that things are going to turn around, and I think that they will, hopefully, if we can ride out this storm. But I would say one of my biggest mistakes was to maybe put too many eggs in one basket. And that we do have a diversified portfolio, but I see that we put a lot of money in certain asset classes, and I would have definitely taken my time a little more to vet better deals, or to really do a little bit more analysis. Even with our Airbnbs, which perform super, super well, there's just a lot of money that's stuck in those properties. Our kids love it. We love going there. But I think with all this new knowledge of the different asset classes, I probably would have just shifted things a little bit more and diversified more than what we have right now.
Okay, that's totally valid.
Yeah.
Do you think that some of the multifamily projects that you're in that aren't performing to projections right now, do you think any of that is due to the fact that you maybe didn't know how to vet a sponsor, or do you think it's all just environment related?
Um, I believe that a lot of it is environment related, but I do think we got really enthusiastic about the locations and didn't do as much work on who was actually leading.
Right.
So I think it's a bit of both. We definitely could have done more to vet the sponsors a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the communication's huge, right? If they're
Yeah.
like straight up not communicating with you,
Yeah.
like that's a huge problem.
Yeah, yeah. And now I think multifamily will still, perform, but I think now knowing about Triple N, which we didn't before, I think I thought Triple N was just cash flow and it wouldn't appreciate. And recently I learned, through our deal, which is a very close friend of mine that we're partnering with, that there is appreciation in those deals as well. I think I would have gone harder on Triple N.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And I know a really big time syndicator who he had asked someone, hey, been doing multifamily for 12 years. It's been great, but it's getting boring. What do people do after multifamily? And that guy said triple net.
Yeah.
People really move up into triple net leases.
Yeah.
Whether you own them outright or syndicate them, it's like you said, great cash flow if they're corporately backed. But again, these are things you learn from failure, right?
Yeah, and the other thing, the way that you learn it is through connections. I spend so much time on the phone with people and just building relationships, and not even to be like, hey, we could be partners someday, or hey, you can be an investor on this. Literally hours and time to get to know people, because when I go to networking events, my friends will tell you, I do not do the quantity, but I do the quality. And I have met some incredible people that have blown my mind on who they are, what they stand for, their values. And that goes so far, because people that you meet, that you find that have quality values, that have quality businesses, they're into amazing things,
Yeah.
and you learn from them without even wanting to do that, but it just so happens, right? And then even just like with my friend Julie, and then now we're able to be partners, right? And so it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't invested the time into getting to know each other. So I would say relationships are huge when it comes to investing as well.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, 100%. That's where you're going to, because most of these deals were not like advertised. Most of them are word of mouth. So knowing those people
Yes.
and being in those circles is what's going to get you in front of the best deals.
And these triple N, like for example, the deal that we have right now, usually triple N deals are not syndicated, at least
Yeah.
that I know of. But the fact that there is this opportunity, because our friend Julie, she has her own portfolio, right? Like so many triple N's. And we know other people with triple N's that maybe they have a fund or something like that, or they buy it on their own. And these are expensive assets. I mean, like $6-7 million at
sure.
least. So in order to get into a triple net, you have to already have so much money.
Yep.
So the fact that now it's like a syndication opportunity is mind blowing, that somebody could get in for such a small amount of shares. Like for this deal, 120,000 for one share. Mind blowing that somebody has this opportunity. And I want to tell, our investors, our listeners, like, if you have not talked to us about this triple net deal, like, don't sleep on it, because it is
Yes.
such an incredible opportunity.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing, and I don't know when we're going to offer something similar. I don't know. It's not like they're just going to be rolled out every 3 months, you know? So, or one that's this awesome in South Lake. I mean, it's like the best demographic you could possibly invest in Dallas, or even all of Texas, probably.
Yeah, the opportunity is huge, and this does help with diversification. If all you know is multifamily or the long-term, rentals or Airbnb, or flipping, this is huge for diversification. And I just love the cash flow component as well.
Yes, and even the business that's going to be run inside of it, the early education.
Yeah.
So Willow's going to start going to daycare. And we called on so many daycares yesterday, and most of them were on wait lists until August of 2024. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's insane. You
Crazy.
cannot, it's crazy. You can't get into a daycare.
So just like there's a housing shortage, there is a child care shortage.
Gosh, a huge child care shortage because you can only have so many kids per adult in these buildings to be up to code in Texas. So there's a limited number of spots available. People are literally getting on daycare wait lists before they're even pregnant. I'm not even kidding you. No, I'm not even kidding you. If they know that they're going to be getting pregnant, they will get on a daycare wait list. It's insane.
Wow.
It's bonkers. So definitely reach out about that. And also just know that no failure is fatal. Nothing. You can bounce back from everything. So if you're feeling discouraged because maybe you made an investment that didn't go the way that you had hoped, or your investments aren't growing as quickly as you had hoped, don't get discouraged. There is an asset class out there for you that's specific to your situation, that caters to the things that you need. We're happy to share our opportunities with you. You definitely have to get on a call with us to make sure that you're on our list. So please do so at goodgoodinvesting.com, or just reach out to us anytime. We're happy to be a sounding board for you as well.
Yeah, and I'll just add too, if you've lost a lot of money in the stock market, that also isn't fatal, because you don't want it to go all the way down to zero before you take some action. So if that's you and you've gotten hurt in that stock market decline, you can pivot also and shift some funds over to real estate. And you can do that through a self-directed IRA. And that's also something that we could potentially help you with as well.
100%. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. And we will see you next week. Don't invest good.
Invest twice as good. Bye.